Greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson with Trade Theory here on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Hope that you are well, and I hope that you were able to participate where possible in our national voting process in different parts of the country. And all of these things go into what makes our markets stand up and make them strong by having a strong foundational understanding of how things will operate and not confusion. So don't think that all of these things that we do outside of the economic markets don't matter, because it all plays together. All right, this is the Bitcoin chart. We had a short entry hypothesis back on the 27th of October. With that pullback from the trend, we put the stop loss up here at the highs off the daily swing high, and we had a take profit down here at the 104 area. All right, sorry, this stuff is popping up here. Okay, at the 104 area, and the price did hit our take profit on Bitcoin, dropped down to below 104 as we had projected, and so that trade is officially closed out, and we can move on to the next thing. I don't have any analysis yet for Bitcoin, so we'll get back probably to that next week. We'll let this week finish out. And then we're going to move to oil. So WTI crude, we had the projected pullback to about 62, which happened last week. Actually, the 24th, so about 2 weeks ago, and we have a sell hypothesis on which price is starting to slowly trend back down to our target price of about 57.58. So we'll wait for that to continue to play out. Today is a day we're really kind of more of an observation. If you're in trades, you should be monitoring them, and there's some positions that you should probably not be taking right now because the market's moving. Gold price pulled back to our pullback point before short, and we're looking for that to continue lower to this level down to about 38.6245. So we're gold is still continuing to lower. It hasn't hit our pullback point yet, so we'll just kind of stay with that, but we're short on gold right now. US 30 price did pull back to that pullback point that we mentioned back on the 27th, and it's wrestling with that right now. I went to the lower time frames, and it looks like price wants to try to break back out higher, but there's some pressure, downward pressure showing on it as well. So when I see that under normal circumstances, because I did get the pullback point that I wanted, as we can see, but what I want to do is make sure that it's not a false. So I will watch and observe price, because I see a true scenario where price could actually pull down to the 45,940.43. Matter of fact, let me mark that out. 45. What did I say? I said 45. 40. Let's say 45,931.31. Okay. 45,931.31. See if I can give me this. Okay. 45,931.31. And this will be possible downside reset point of 11. What's the date? The 5th, 25. Okay, and I'll just turn it into. Okay, we'll leave that there. And boom, we got that. So I'll move this out here so we can keep an eye on it. We're too far. And that's that. All right, so moving on. Don't want to waste too much time on that or spend too much time on that. That's a possible downside point. So the point being that prices should be set to go higher, but there is a downside target. So I will observe that over the course of the day, and then we'll make our moves accordingly. Same thing for the NASDAQ. NASDAQ pulled back to our pullback point, also going back to the 27th. And price is still trying to work that out. I think there's still another downside target here as well. And I'm going to say, from a reset standpoint, that we may get to 24,636.30. So I'm going to mark that and put that in there. 24,636.30. 24,636.3. 24,636.3. And possible reset point. All right. got that. So we're going to move this over here. All right. And then we're going to go out to the S&P and wrap it up with that. And then we'll move on. Okay, so the S&P price did not quite hit our reset point. It did hit a good pullback point right back to the exponential moving average here, and I still got my downside reset point down here. So we'll see what happens with S&P 500. Okay, well, I hope this helps you and serves you. Bitcoin is performed accordingly. WTI crude is starting to perform accordingly. Gold is performing accordingly, and we'll watch the indices. Until next time, enjoy the day and happy trading.